A Tesla has a 12-volt car battery? What? It actually does. And here I have a buddy, actually one of our members of the Tesla Tips and Tricks group car. It's his Model Y here, and the battery is dead. It's so dead that you can't even open the doors or get into the front. So we're going to go through the whole process of how do you jump the front, how do you get into the car, and how do you replace the 12-volt battery in a Tesla. You're going to like this one. Stay tuned. So the first part of replacing the battery in a Tesla is you have to be able to open up the frunk, right? You have to get to it. So what do you do when the 12-volt battery is dead? Because the 12-volt battery actually powers most of the car in terms of the opening of the doors, the screen, your headlights, opening the frunk and the trunk. The 12-volt battery handles that operation. So when it's dead and you can't get in, what do? By the way, the high voltage battery powers things like your heater, your air conditioner, of course, your drivetrain, your motors. So 12-volt battery pretty much covers everything else. So here's what you do. This right here, you see this on a lot of cars, and it looks like where a tow bar would go into, and that actually can be used for that. But watch this. When we push in right here, you're going to find where it's at its softest to be able to push in. And when you can push in right there, you just get it a little push and kind of pull on this side, and then this pops out. You can see it's held in by this clip, and it holds in place with by sandwiching this clip between there. So you've got these two wires. Inside, you've got where your tow bar would screw into, by the way, but I've got to jump these two wires across. You can do it with a smaller battery that's got enough oomph to do it, but since you might not want to go out and buy that battery just for this purpose, here's what you can do. You can take your new battery, pull off the covers, and then we can put positive on positive. I'm just going to scroll back or roll back that sticker there. We'll put positive on positive, negative on negative, and hold it for about 5 seconds and watch this. Lights flashed. Boop. And that's as easy as it is. This is pretty simple. So we're going to get this put back together, and we're going to open up the front, and we'll catch up then. So I'm going to put these covers back on just to protect the battery here for a second. I'm going to go ahead and open up the frunk. And the next step on a Model Y is just to remove this cover right here, which is pretty simple to do. You can reach up on this side. You can kind of grab your fingers under this side. And then there's just some clicks. Just kind of pull it up as you go along. Not hard, very gently. And that's how simple it is. And believe it or not, there's the battery. How easy is that to replace? No big deal. Some of the Model Ys have a HEPA filter here, and you've got to remove the HEPA filter assembly, so it takes a little bit longer. But on this Model Y, man, we're going to have this done lickety-split. So the next step, once you've got this plastic piece taken off, you can see the battery here. The next step is to disconnect the fire loop. And this is so that a firefighter, in the case of an accident, they'll just cut this, and that ensures that the car has lost power. And then it can safely be moved. It's just safer that way, of course. And we can, instead of cutting this, we can just remove this clip right here. So we're going to push up on this red part. Then you're going to push down on the clip that's on the back side of that red, and then it just slides open. Now, if this were still powered on, if we didn't have a dead battery, the next step would be to power off the car before we even did that. We could just power it off inside the car, but that also powers it off. So a little bit of redundancy, but I like to have the software shut itself down rather than just disconnect the power. Both are okay, but just my preference. So now the next step, I've got my 10 millimeter, and that's all you need is just a 10 millimeter. So there's 3 bolts right here. You're going to remove this bolt right here. And this bolt, it just holds the battery down. Once you've got it loose, push down on the battery holder, and then just do this with your hands because it's not tight. Just slide that out. And since we don't have an engine compartment here, we can just set this down right here. Look at that. There's built-in storage. This is that tow hook that goes into where the jumper cable was. So just so you know, that's what that's for. Now we've got that out. We want to take the negative off first. Always start with the negative. And once we've just got it just a little loose, just basically loose enough to turn, you can see I can twist that. Now we're going to pull that off. And I'm just going to slide that down and just set it there so it can't pop up. And then the next step is the positive. Oop, think you loosen it. Helps if you loosen it first. Just a couple of turns. That's already loose, so we're good. You can't torque these down very hard. A lot of people make that mistake. So one thing that I'm going to do actually is I'm going to grab a rag real fast so that I can keep that from touching anything. So now I'm back with my rag, and I'm just going to wrap this just because there could be some power left in there. And I'm going to push that out to the side. Now if it touches anything, it doesn't matter. And then we pull the battery vent hose out. I'm going to slide that down behind here. And now we just lift up the battery. Ta-da! That's pretty simple, isn't it? Now we'll come over here. We'll take the battery that we just purchased here. Sometimes this little red plug is in the wrong side. So if it's not on the positive side and it's on the negative side, you've got to pull it out with some pliers and push it on this side. If you buy this battery from Tesla, and this is something new that my buddy told me I didn't know. So when I've replaced these in the past, I've gone to the local parts store and I've paid more for a battery than what you can get it at Tesla. Because if you want to get this replaced by Tesla, they'll do it for super cheap. But you got to wait 2 weeks or 3 weeks or a week. And it's like, man, I need my car, right? I got to have my car. So you can go to Tesla and you can just buy the battery. This battery in August of 2025 was $109 from Tesla. I can't believe it. So I've overpaid at a parts store, could have got the one from Tesla for cheaper. So that's a big nugget that you want to be sure that you remember that you're doing this. So now we're just going to drop this battery back in. And I'm going to go ahead and pull off the terminal covers. I'll grab, there's some hooks right here that hook into this back side. And then this holds down. I will start my bolts. Get as far as I can with my fingers because it's frustrating going back and forth with the ratchet. So I'll get this finger tight and then I'll finish that up afterwards. So we take off negative first, but we put it on last. So we do reverse order. So I'm going to grab my positive here and pull this out. I'm just going to slide it on here and I will tighten that up, which doesn't take much torque. So I'm actually going to finger tighten this. I have OCD, so this has to be perpendicular to the battery. Like it has to be perfect in the shape. My friend would laugh at that. And so I'm just going to, don't tighten it down too much, just enough to where it doesn't move. It's just snug. Let me go ahead and tighten this battery and hold it down. And that is now snug. I'll go ahead and grab my negative. This might spark a little. It can't shock you. So there's not enough amperage in these batteries and voltage to shock you. So I'm going to set it on. You have to have just a little spark. No big deal. And now I'm going to do this. I'm always careful not to hit something on the car. Even though if you're doing negative, it's no big deal. If you had negative connected and you took positive and you accidentally hit this metal wrench to something grounded, it can spark and scare you. That's why we always start with positive first and do negative second. I'm just always careful, you know, little turns just to get it snug, not hitting anything on the car itself. And so now that's super tight. And then the last thing we got here is the vent hose. We're going to slide that in. And once you've got your hose back in, you need to connect your fire loop. And we should have power to the car after this. Click it in. I'm going to slide the lock down. I just heard the car. So now it's coming over here and let's see if the car powered up. Before this, I couldn't even open the door. So now I'm going to grab the foot. We're ready to rock and roll, man. So that's how easy it is. If you can't wait for 2 weeks for a service appointment or however long it is, and you need to get back on the road, anybody can do this job. This is not a scary job. Some of the other stuff that I do, I'll tell you like, hey, you need to be experienced to do this. This is a job that anybody can do. Hope this video was helpful. I'm Tory Hornsby with Tesla Tips and Tricks, and we'll see you next time.